Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to complete the topic which is cultural materialism by Marvin Harris. As far as the topics are concerned, we are doing Anthropological Theory, Chapter 6. We have completed various theories starting from classical evolutionism, structuralism, historical particularism, and so on. Classical evolution. Now, these are the topics which are remaining. That is cultural materialism, symbolic and interpretative theories, cognitive theories, and postmodernism in anthropology. So as far as this video is concerned, the main topic of discussion will be cultural materialism. So we'll start with the basic introduction to this. See, this will be a complete answer. You do not have to worry about any other material. You simply can use this material as well for this topic. So cultural materialism talks about the change in culture, because of the change in material life. And it was developed by Marvin Harris, and in his book The Rise of Anthropological Theories in the year 1968. If we talk about the background of the origin as far as cultural materialism is concerned, cultural materialism became a reaction against relativism, idealism, and structuralism. At the end of the slide, we will understand that idealist and structuralist, they both criticized cultural materialism, and cultural materialism was a reaction against the idealism, relativism, and structuralism. Now, what this relativism is concerned, 2.1 culture, you'll learn this concept of relativism there. Now, as far as certain areas are concerned, or the premises where the study is, so the aim of cultural materialism according to Marvin Harris is to create a pan-human science of society, basically. Okay, pan-human science of society of man, whose findings can be accepted as logical and evidential grounds. And it also aims to explain the socio-cultural change. Okay, that how socio-cultural change actually came into the existence as the production and reproduction dominates the other sector of culture. For example, women's role in post-World War in USA. Okay, so this is one of the example of materialism is concerned. Now, what is the methodology? That is how basically it was used or how it was studied. So it mainly focuses on the entities and events that are observable and quantifiable. It means that the only focus here will be on such aspect which they can measure. Okay, and when they can measure it, that is how we say that yes, person can observe it, person can quantify it. So it is a quantifiable data. Not, and if someone say it's a qualitative data, so qualitative data, it means that you cannot measure the data, hence qualitative data. Now, it also seeks to explain the organizational aspect as far as politics, economy, ideological, symbolic aspects of the societies is concerned. And as a result, the combination of variable relating to basic ideological needs of society come. That is, basic ideological need of the society comes. Now, as far as this particular cultural materialism is concerned, the socio-cultural change. Okay, the socio-cultural change is divided into three particular parts. That is infrastructure, structure, and superstructure. So superstructure is something on the upper side. Okay, then below that there is a structure, and below that there is an infrastructure. Okay, so infrastructure, it comes the basic needs, food, cloth, shelter. When it comes to the structural, it is basically needed in order to maintain the society, that is political and economic structure. And when these needs are satisfied, then comes the need of superstructuralism, that is philosophy, art, craft, religion, ideas, literature, and values, games, etc. will come. Now, as far as the structure and superstructure is concerned, this both it depends on infrastructure. Okay, and any change in infrastructure will create change in structure as well as superstructure. For example, Hindu prohibition of killing of cattle. So when it is basically the change in basically superstructure, change in superstructure. Now, as far as cattle were concerned, they were termed as wealth. But then the concept of bali started, that you have studied or we have studied in ancient India. You can basically understand that the concept of bali, okay, and how the cattle wealth was losing. And then when Buddhism and Jainism came and they when opposed such rituals, they became famous. Okay, so and also the cattle wealth of the nation was saved. Now there are certain achievements as far as cultural materialism is concerned. So cultural materialistic were basically more scientific, and they study across geography and temporal boundaries which are present right now. And as we have talked about, none of the theory will be complete unless and until there will be some criticism towards it. So first it is that the Marxist, they called cultural materialism as vulgar materialism, and structuralist and idealist, as we talked in the very beginning of this lecture, they criticize this etic view. Etic means outsider's view. They criticize the outsider view. So as far as the particular topic, that is cultural materialism, is concerned, we are done with it. In the next video when we meet, we will be doing cognitive theory, symbolic and interpretative, and postmodernism. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned.